What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Rusty and we are back with our 2018 Toyota Tacoma rebuild project. Guess what? Remember, guys, I rebuilt my Prius and I have sold the Prius and I am stuck with this as a daily driver now, but I don't mind at all. It doesn't get as good gas mileage, but it is good enough. It is. I love driving this thing. It's super smooth, super reliable. If you guys go back and watch all my previous videos about this truck, we have rebuilt the rear end of it. The frame was pushed in and we did a pretty decent job at pulling out that frame without a frame machine. If you go ahead and check that video down below, it was pretty neat. In this video, we will be finishing up this project by painting this front bumper. Well, not exactly this front bumper. We actually purchased a new one because this one was ripped in the accident. There was no frame damage in the front, but my buddy right now is painting it. We're gonna pick it up from him. He has a special paint booth where it dries in 3 hours to the touch, so I'm allowed to touch it and install it right away. So we'll get the front end fixed up. Worst thing about this truck is these stickers. It is all over the truck. So this used to be a exterminator truck or something like that, and there is just glue residue everywhere, as you guys can see. We will be taking this off in couple methods, and I'm gonna show you guys the best method to use it. I already know the best method, but you guys don't, so we'll be trying a lot of different things. We'll actually be trying WD-40 and Goo Gone and some other unusual techniques about taking off this glue. So stick tuned and subscribe, smash like, and let's get started. And there you go, guys. We are back at my beautiful shop. Yeah, I know it's like kind of ghetto and stuff like that. If you guys are subscribed, you know I've traveled from a big shop and then I made something like this. If you aren't a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe now. It'll tell you the whole story, why I'm here and why I'm doing this now. And actually, I just got back from a really long road trip, and you know, all you guys know I am a truck driver. So this is like some of the side projects I am doing. Let's go ahead and take off our old texture bumper and install this new one. Would you look at that? It looks so awesome, and it looks way better than just that black bumper that I got laying right there. And yeah, let me explain something real quick. So this bumper that I purchased is actually a Taiwan front bumper. Taiwan meaning it is an aftermarket. It does fit really well, just like OEM. But we do have a problem. It's pretty much this little guard right here was OEM, and if the bumper is Taiwan, it doesn't fit quite right. And I bought this used, so some of the tabs were a little broken. So I went ahead and put a little bit of glue on each of the tabs, so when I clicked it in, it had something to stick to so it doesn't fall off, you know, and then delete itself in the middle of the road. Doesn't that look so much better? This just looks OEM and top of the line. Woo, we got rain, we got thunder, and we are in Florida, so it's about to get real here. Also, since I was messing with the headlights and took all the grills off and stuff like that, I went ahead and upgraded the headlight bulbs. 2 LED headlight bulbs that LASFIT sent me, and this is a company that has been in a couple of my videos. I am not sponsored by them. I wish I was. I wish they were paying me to say this, but their LED bulbs are one of the best, and they sent me a couple H11 bulb sizes. Let me turn them on and show them to you. They are nice and bright, and man, they are gonna shine really, really good. What I had in here was just halogen lights, and they were yellow. They are very ugly. So this is a really good upgrade, very simple upgrade just for any of your cars. And if you do want to check out LASFIT, I do recommend them. It's not too expensive, and there is some cheap LED bulbs out there. This is not it. This is a good quality. It's not the cheapest, but it's gonna last you pretty much a lifetime. So the last thing we have to take care of is this glue. And let me show you guys exactly what we're gonna be doing here. This is our lineup right here. We are gonna be trying to remove all of this glue off this truck. Acetone works the best. That's why it's in the front lineup. We also got Goof Off or Goo Gone, whatever it is. This is the Pro Strength Remover. It removes glue and asphalt tar and dried up laxative paint, stuff like that. We also have something unusual called WD-40. This also works. And right here we have a little bit of oil. This is vegetable oil, the cheapest one from Walmart. So we're gonna be trying all of these products out right now. We'll see which one works the best on removing glue from the car. If you guys remember, on this side of the bed, we have already removed the glue and stickers. So we're gonna go to this side. As I remembered last time, this right here is a different type of sticker than these letters right here. Since this sticker is a lot easier to remove, I'm not gonna compare the products we have right now for this sticker. We're just gonna compare it to these letters because these letters are really hard to get rid of. We're gonna go ahead and try the oil first. Make sure you guys have plenty of shop rags. Clean the surface real quick. Make sure everything's pretty decently clean. And we're gonna first do the oil. It gets pretty messy, so remember guys, make sure you have a lot of rags and cloths ready to go. We're gonna dip it in, and then we're gonna soak the letters in this oil. And make sure you put a couple coats on there. You know, don't be stingy. Make sure you slather it up, oil it up really nice. So make sure to keep lathering it up between those 5 minutes. And also make sure you're not in direct sunlight. Make sure you are in the shade. Alrighty guys, we are at about 5 minutes here, and if you guys do not have a little squeegee, plastic squeegee like this, then use a plastic credit card and it works about the same. So we're gonna go ahead and try to remove some of this glue by scraping the glue off, because I mean it's pretty safe, it's lubricated, so you have really nothing to worry about, and you can tell it is coming off pretty nicely, but I mean you just have to work at it. Let's see how long it takes me to get rid of this section. All right, as you guys can tell, it's pretty difficult to take it off, and once you wipe it a couple times, it gets pretty dry, so don't be afraid to lubricate it up again and apply more oil. But yeah, this is not the great way of doing it. So we're gonna move on to the next letter and show you WD-40. We're gonna start with this letter O and WD-40 right here. Make sure you spray it directly on the letter. It is gonna spray out a little bit, and make sure you're wiping it so it doesn't get all over your car. But at the same time, WD-40 is pretty lubricated enough to not scratch the paint, so you shouldn't be worried about it too much. Just make sure you're spraying and wiping it down so that it's not leaking. Keep dabbing it a little bit, spraying it on, and wait for 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes, let's see how good WD-40 worked. And looks like it is way better than the vegetable oil that we just used. Oh yeah, it's coming off way better. So WD-40, I mean, would you just look at it? I mean, all these scratches and stuff is not for me. It's whoever removed these stickers prior, they messed up this paint job either way. But I mean, look at it guys, it is coming off pretty nicely with a regular plastic credit card. Oh yeah. and it's deleted. It's completely gone. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, there's scrapes and bruises right here. That is not from this card. It's a plastic card with lubricant. It is not gonna scrape at all. It's not gonna damage your paint. This is from Copart, I think, that removed these stickers. I'm gonna take care of that later when I remove all of this glue. We're gonna go to the next letter, is gonna be 8, and we're gonna be trying this goo off stuff. This stuff is safe. Make sure you read the directions on the back. Make sure it's good for painted surfaces, which this is, and we're gonna see if it's better than WD-40. This stuff is pretty toxic, so make sure you're wearing gloves like, you know, like I am. And we're gonna be using a shop towel to dab it and then dab it onto the paint. Also, don't forget to keep applying it and wait about 5 minutes and make sure you are not in direct sunlight. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this. It's coming off already. What the heck? I was just gonna dab it and let it sit there, but oh my goodness, this stuff is strong. Hold on, I'm about to read the directions on here, make sure it doesn't take off my paint. So this stuff seems to dry pretty fast, so I would recommend to dab it and then try to scrape it. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is just coming off super, super fast. Wow, and it is gone. You don't have to wait, you don't have to scrub and rub and scrape. This just dissolves it completely. I am not sponsored by these guys, but this says it's really safe for car paint. This has been the best stuff. Let's go to the next phase, which is acetone. I would not recommend acetone, but this is to clean objects and stuff like that, like pre-painted surfaces. I also have used acetone plenty of times on car paint. It's not a big deal. We're gonna be trying it out on this letter 8. So same thing as the other one. We're gonna douse it and then we're gonna scrape it off with a card. Yep, acetone is acting exactly like the goo off stuff. Acetone did a pretty decent job, but it just evaporates way too quickly, and by the time I even dab it and try to scrape it, it's already starting to fade, and it was kind of hard to get off, unlike goo off. I used to get goo gone, but this goof off stuff is way better. It's actually not as thick or not as thin as acetone, so this is the best thing I can compare it to, is acetone with some additives. So I'm not sure what it exactly is, but it is pretty awesome. It did a really good job. It started coming off right away and it left a pretty decent finish. Obviously, I need to get rid of all of this and then buff and do paint correction on this bed, but this is the WD-40, which it wasn't bad. I mean, it is a lot greasier. I can still feel the grease on here and I don't feel anything on the goof off. And then the oil obviously did the best job. Nah, it didn't. The oil did the worst job. I mean, it didn't really do nothing. It just lubricated it so I can scrape some of it off, but I do not recommend to use kitchen oil or olive oil or whatever you have at your house. I did get a comment about that, and I mean, I appreciate it, but come on, man, it doesn't work. So I would not recommend this. WD-40, I would recommend if you guys have just a small spot. It's very oily. You're not gonna ruin your paint. So this is not a bad idea. It's just these stickers have been on here for a really long time and they just saturated into the paint. So WD-40 is not gonna help in this. I think the best winner is goof off and acetone. I wouldn't recommend acetone. I would just get goof off. So we're gonna go ahead and remove all of these stickers, and I have a bunch on this door. This is just gonna be a pain in the butt, couple hours process. The hood also needs to be taken care of and the glue removed, so I'm not sure how hard it's gonna be to remove this glue. Hopefully not too bad. I'm gonna cover up this grill so I don't get any of this goof off on the plastic grill. Also on this side we have the door to take care of, and then back on the tailgate. This is gonna take me a couple hours to do and remove all of this glue from this truck, so I'm not gonna bother you guys with it. Let's hurry up and do a fast forward of this, and then we'll get to the next part. Well guys, she is finished, and look at that, no more stickers. She looks awesome. I mean, you can't tell on the camera, but there is still slight outline of the stickers still on the doors and on the tailgate, but a good wax and a good buff is gonna take care of all of that. She is looking real good, and this project of mine is complete. Also, when I got the bumpers painted, my buddy handed me a little bit of touch-up, so I went around the whole truck, touched up some of the bad spots, so you know it's not too visible. Lastly, we're gonna go ahead and take this thing for a wash, and she will be complete. The rebuild is done on this thing. I appreciate it, guys, for watching. Stick tuned to other videos. I hope you like this process of how I took off the stickers. Obviously, there's a lot more ways of doing it, maybe even easier ways. This is how I've been doing it for a really long time. If you don't like this method, you know, find other methods, no problem. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. Stay safe, be blessed. Deuces.